Dear viewers, I can't help but make a video. Trump is stepping up to support Elon Musk. I've noticed Elon Musk has been looking quite pale lately. Both Tesla and SpaceX have been having a streak of bad luck. I'll explain it to everyone in a moment. Then Trump, using his presidential authority, on the White House lawn, as if setting up an exhibition room, introducing, in a grand manner, Trump is prominently bringing in Musk. To launch a sales event, it's just absolutely brilliant. In my impression, Trump's language is quite limited, using the simplest English possible. As a spokesperson, it's unprecedented for a sitting president to endorse a product in such a direct and grand way. Using presidential authority like this, what else could it be but collusion between business and government? And Elon Musk will donate money to him. Is he using presidential powers to gain profit? I don't know. You think about it yourself. Trump has been facing a lot of criticism recently. Trump said, violent acts are domestic terrorism. Dare to target Trump. Dare to attack any company. We will catch them. Send you to hell and back. Hey, don't say things like that. Often, we can't catch anyone. Can't just catch people. Can't catch those who just break glass. The way those supercharging stations are burned, I first think this is wrong. Let me clarify first. Trump's car owners pretend to be other cars. To avoid being affected, my friend's car was vandalized. Those people were at the entrance of Trump's showroom, blocking people, telling them not to sell, telling them to return the car. Of course, the most intense are the laid-off federal employees. Others are not as intense. You've caused so many people to lose their jobs. Those people are very angry, especially for no apparent reason. I can tell you, they are very angry. Protests against Trump have erupted across many parts of the U.S. Take a look. There are websites listing how many protest activities there are. It's impressive. I can tell you, protests in the United States, protests in Europe. These are all the protest actions. Telling people to refund. I just bought a car and ran into protesters. I have a friend who said you should return the car quickly. Like this. 5 different Trumps driving to the south lawn of the White House, really using presidential authority. The president promoting products. Model S, Model X, 3Y, and Cybertruck, 5 models. He even said after purchasing, introducing them there, acting as a salesman, detailed introduction of each car model. He spent $73,000. Bought a Model S. I watched him. He said, I didn't ask Elon Musk for a discount. I intended to give him a car. Actually, it was also about him fulfilling his promise. The promise of running for president. He said your car wasn't driven by him. He hasn't driven in a long time. He bought it as a gift for his granddaughter. Donald Trump told the media, I don't like your current car. He said he rented one. And Tesla is a good company. He said Donald Trump never asked me for anything. He built such a great company. He shouldn't be punished for being a patriot. Elon Musk said, under Donald Trump's great policies, they really always shine shoes. What is meant by great policies? Tesla's car production in the U.S. doubled within 2 years. Tesla has 2 factories. The first factory is in Fremont, then in Austin. Last year, they produced 650,000 cars. Fremont produced over 400,000 cars. I think Austin produced 200,000. If they double, they need to produce 1.3 million cars. If they don't achieve cyber capture, this cyber capture, it's impossible for him to achieve. Because even if you achieve it, you can't sell them. If they double, that's over 600,000 more cars. Here it's already 1.3 million cars. Shanghai produces 900,000 cars, 2.2 million cars. Add Texas, please. Add Berlin producing 400,000 cars, 2.7. They can't sell them. They can't sell that many. All right, let's seriously look at what Donald Trump says. To Republican conservatives, the so-called great Americans, Elon Musk is working to help our country. He's doing a great job. But those crazy left-wing extremists are illegally and collusively boycotting Tesla. What he says is completely unexpected. I don't know what illegally and collusively boycotting Tesla means. It means conspiring to illegally boycott Tesla. Is there anything illegal about a boycott? Telling everyone not to buy cars is illegal. Joining to not buy cars is illegal. I've never heard of that. What does illegally mean? This is the greatest car manufacturer in the world. It's Elon's baby. To attack and harm Elon. To harm what he represents, which is Donald Trump's policies. He connects it to the 2024 presidential election, as if it's hurting me. It's about stirring people's emotions, using the events of the 2024 presidential election to stir up people's emotions. Now he bought a brand new one, supporting Elon Musk. A great American. Why? Doing such great things, making America great again, and being punished for it. The Daily News cited 3 informed sources reporting that Elon Musk expressed his intention to donate $100 million to Donald Trump's political group, the president and his big promotion. First, let me talk about Japanese goods were common in U.S. market 40 years ago. Those people once tried, in front of the White House, to smash Japanese cars and Japanese radios to protest. I have seen a president selling products, haven't. A president avoiding in business activities. It must be that Google Trends says Donald Trump publicly supported Tesla, and searches to buy Tesla reached a historic high. This is effective in the short term. That long-term effective, I am very doubtful. All right, Germany is Tesla's largest market in Europe. Take a look. Versus 2024. In comparison, sales in January dropped by 60%, and in February, they plummeted by 76%, dropping even more. Only 1,429 units were sold in February. Take a look at how much it has dropped. It's dropping worldwide. Tesla has been declining in China for 5 consecutive months. In February, it plummeted by 49% year-on-year, selling only 30,000 units. This is very serious. First, I want to talk about the Chinese market being the largest, accounting for almost 40%. The second is the U.S. market. The decline in the Chinese market. Many people say the decline is because of the release of the new Model Y. However, the truth is, even Model 3 is declining. You can't explain it because the Model 3 is already the new version. And what's the worst part? I'm very worried for Tesla, especially in Germany. In Europe, the sales of electric vehicles have increased by over 30%. In China, the sales of electric vehicles have increased by 70% to 80%, yet only Tesla is declining. So how do you explain that? There's one explanation. I encountered the loosest explanation. which could be explained by the production line shift. Switching to produce the new Model Y, which might have impacted production volume. I considered this factor, but it still doesn't justify such a large decline. So I initially planned to buy Tesla at $250, buy a Tesla $270, but now I don't dare to buy. So if you follow my Patreon, when would I feel comfortable buying? I will immediately notify the $50 members. China's market is dropping significantly. Germany's market dropped sharply. Part of the reason for China's drop is not political, of course. China's decline is that other companies are cutting prices aggressively, especially BYD. Tesla can't cut prices as much. I'm very concerned about Tesla's first quarter performance because it's already cutting prices worldwide, but not as aggressively as others. Others afford not to make a profit, but Tesla needs to make a profit. Companies BYD don't need profit, and they have government subsidies. They keep cutting prices. I really can't explain it in Europe. There must be a reason, which is because Fiat supports Alternative for Germany, criticizes the German Chancellor, and in the UK supports the UK Reform Party, and literally goes around insulting others. All right, everyone take a look. There's a noticeable decline in California as well recently. The decline in the United States is like this because Tesla's brand image has always been linked to something, linked to environmental protection. Politi's image. I checked 7 or 8 years ago. Elon Musk said he supports LGBTQ, and if anyone doesn't support it, they shouldn't buy his cars. He used to say these things. Now he's done a 180-degree turn, and he supports Donald Trump. Donald Trump doesn't talk about environmental protection, nor reducing. Instead, he talks about drill, baby, drill, using fossil fuels. This has caused him in his largest market. Cars sold in CA are equal to sold all other states combined. If they don't sell in California, it's very serious. All right, terms of market share in China, you can see where it is. It has dropped to 11th place. His sales have fallen to 11th place. First is BYD. Look at how they've risen. Volkswagen can't rise them, nor can Turkey. Geely. Long-term victory, hits, Wuling. BYD is the most impressive. That's how it is. All right, and he introduced FSD, which is the only thing that can save him. In the US, FSD can be strongly promoted. But he pushed it to 13.8, showing significant progress. However, I think this year, it's very difficult to mature. I think he needs to reach 15 for it to work. Yeah, every time he releases a new version, he overcomes some issues. But some old problems reappear because each time, training from start to finish causes these issues. Now, FSD is being used in China, and I've seen many people compare it. Let me tell you simply, what are the issues in China? He has acclimatization problems. People say his car's basic driving skills better than Chinese cars, but he doesn't understand the local rules. Local driving habits, those road signs, he hasn't learned them. Why? Because he's deadlocked on one thing. He can't send Chinese data back to the U.S. Do training. China doesn't allow it. And in China, he simply doesn't have enough chips for training. So what is he doing now? He's trying to use visual data for training, which isn't the real usage of the car, using that data for training. He's walking on the streets, filming those scenes for training. The effectiveness is far from ideal. Now there's talk of partnering with Baidu Cloud or Alibaba Cloud, but it's uncertain if their computing power is sufficient. All right, China has already approved 9 brands to conduct M3 while he is at M2. For driving tests, it can handle the steering wheel in 5 directions, comparing it to Tesla's L2. In the future, BYD and Changan with 9 companies, Chinese automakers are already testing L3. This is their challenge. Of course, I think these people have limited progress. They cannot overcome that challenge because what they are using is still a part of it, but a very small part of this end-to-end model. Most of it is trained in segments, still using planned methods. I think it has no future. They will never overcome these challenges, even if they add many sensors. But anyway, when driving together currently, you will find that Tesla's cars drive better than theirs, and they are familiar with the local people's driving habits, as well as knowing local rules, while Tesla often doesn't know. All right, BYD obtained the first L3 autonomous driving test. BYD's eye in the sky. How long has it been? Surprisingly, BYD's Huang Chuanfu has always been skeptical of intelligent driving, yet they got it first. BYD obtained Shenzhen's L3 autonomous driving, can automatically control the time, allowing you to leave the steering wheel, but of course, only take over when the system requires it. Actually, it's meaningless. L3. You want to leave. The system requires you to. What does that mean? The system can't judge, and then you take over. It's already too late, unless the car is parked there. All right. Dissatisfaction with Elon Musk's way. 85% of investors have a negative impact on Tesla. Take a look. This is Tesla's trend. I have been buying Tesla long-term. Up to this point, started selling. Sold at a 30% discount. Couldn't sell at $480. Top sale $450. Now I don't dare to buy back. If you look now, over the past 6 months, $288. Compared to half a year ago, there's still a slight increase. The lowest was $181, but this has become a fleeting dream. Let's take a look. This is Tesla. On par with 2020. This is the longer term. This is the short term. In 2020 was here. The price didn't rise. It was here. Couldn't rise for 4 years because in 2023 and 2024, sales started to plummet. At this time, it spiked, then fell back, and then reached here. Sales couldn't grow. I bought during this phase, initially bought here, lost a little capital when it went down, later recovered and bought again, cleared 80% of my holdings here. Tesla's stock price rose 4 years, despite a major drop and challenges, Elon Musk admitted in an interview, leading the government's efficiency department, allowing him to multitask. Managing is extremely difficult. But he wants to do more, not just that. First, I question the timing of your decline. Everyone is short on time. How can you manage so many things in the efficiency department? Second, offending too many people, this political stance. Third, the Italian Prime Minister is already very close with him. Now I tell you, this is not so dangerous for Tesla. Most important, the most dangerous thing is Elon Musk's proposal for a 25% tariff on global cars, the whole world imposing tariffs on Tesla, making it very difficult. The whole world becomes inaccessible. definitely, especially Canada, might impose a 100% tariff on Tesla. Tesla's sales overseas, aside from China and the US, are in trouble. SpaceX is the real issue because people say it is flattened. Tesla, the renowned electric vehicle manufacturer, is currently in a position where it prefers not to engage in discussions with him. Furthermore, it is not actively seeking out new recipes or looking for additional supply sources to finish its current projects. The situation is further complicated by Mick, who is involved. He found himself deeply interested in the innovative technologies at Tesla and appreciated the company's forward-thinking approach. Yes, it's fast. In Canada, he doesn't need to go down. In many places, he is clearly prioritized. Stalin, he can't get into that telecom because people don't trust him. This section ends here.